Is there a link between being dyslexic and developing dementia? This is not one of my favorite videos to make. In fact, I don't really enjoy talking about this very much, but it's important to talk about because, well, I'll explain that in a second. There hasn't been a ton of research on this, but there's been enough preliminary research that there's kind of this thing emerging that seems to indicate that if you have dyslexia or a specific learning disorder or ADHD or really a lot of other things that impact your brain development, there does seem to be a at least somewhat increased likelihood of developing dementia. And that's a bummer. But that's not actually why talking about this matters. Why it matters to talk about it is that one of the things that's really common for people who are developing dementia who also have these other things is that a lot of the symptoms tend to overlap. And so as they're initially developing it, those symptoms get written off. It's like, oh, I'm not developing dementia, I just have ADHD or I have dyslexia. And as a result, it can make it seem like it has a really rapid onset because at some point the symptoms of dementia catch up and it's like, okay, this is undeniably dementia. And that's why we need to talk about this more. Because if you have ADHD, if you have dyslexia or another specific learning disability, and you start noticing that as you're aging, the symptoms are getting significantly worse, it's important not to just write them off, and instead maybe go and get assessed. Talk to your doctor and figure out, is there something more that's happening here? And the reason to do that isn't just for you. It's for the people in your life who love you, for the people who are there to support you, because the sooner you figure it out and put a plan in place, the better that is for everyone. So again, I'm not saying if you have any of these things, you're going to develop dementia, but it seems like there might be a slightly higher risk, but either way, it's also just really important to pay attention to, not just for you, but also for the people who love you and are there to support you.